gathered here today to witness and to bless the joining together of Tiffany and Brett in marriage. Tiffany and Brett come to give themselves.
Listen. Before you start, because some of you lot were getting on to me earlier on, and I wanted to have a debate. Because some of you were getting on to me yesterday, today, this morning, whatever you want to get on to me, because I started talking about Marshall. Okay, this was not the time to start telling some full truths. I need Marshall to keep his mouth shut. Okay, all right. When he was talking to Brett, this was not the time. Okay, for me personally, this was not the time. I needed Marshall to keep his mouth shut. Okay, crying to me about how it could have been I'm thinking about the day. I don't want to hear that. Okay, it's my special day. Okay, I don't want to hear you crying. Okay, all right. So I'm just saying, this is what started today. So we're going to debate today. We're going to have your viewpoints. I put the link in the chat. If you want to have your say, come and have your say about the finale. I put a link in the chat. Let's have a conversation. Because me personally, listen, brother, I invite you to my wedding not because you want to come and cry about Jackie for, I don't care if it's 0.5 seconds, whether it's 1 second, come and lie to me. Lie to me, because this ain't the time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it gave me a perspective of Marshall. Too much emotion. There has to be a level of stoicism. There has to be, like, honestly, there has to be. I don't want to be solving your issues or thinking about your issues on our wedding day. Now, I get it. Listen, I get it. You said it was for 1 second, 2 seconds. I get it. 2 seconds too long for me. 2 seconds too long for me. Don't cry about it at all. Okay, this is not the day. Go and cry about it to the groomsmen. Go and cry to it about the friends, but don't come and cry to me, the groom who's about to get married. It reminds me of the story of King Xerxes. Remember the story of King Xerxes. At one point, he says he doesn't want anybody coming to his court who's unhappy, right? And anybody who comes to the court unhappy or sad, they die. Yeah, I just didn't think it was an appropriate place. Okay, so we're gonna have a debate about all different things today. Of course, this episode finale, we're gonna have that debate. So the link is in the chat. I'll pin it up as well. So if you do want to come and have your say, you need your cam up. Okay, please. Let's. This is YouTube, not Clubhouse. All right, come and have your say. Nobody's gonna kill you. Got a bonnet on. We don't care if you've got a bonnet on. We don't care if you've got a bonnet on. Honestly, we don't care. We don't give a hoots if you got a bonnet on. Come on, okay? We don't care. All right. If you're in a do-rag, a hoodie, we don't care. Yeah, just come up and come up. Okay. Yeah. But let's be real. Marshall, this was at the time. And so that's what I'm saying to you. Listen, I'm not blaming him for the Jackie situation or how it ended, but I am looking at it and going, if you can't regulate on this day, if you can't regulate at this hour, if you can't regulate before my wedding, you probably can't regulate in relationships. Do you know what I'm saying? No, Gloria. I'm here today's debate day. No. You're my boy, but I've invited you to my wedding. Okay? I've invited you to my wedding. Come celebrate and be celebratories. Come be celebratory. Don't come with the sadness to me. Do it to the groomsmen, do it to other people, but not to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just about to go and get wedded. It's a stressful day enough as it is. I don't bring that energy. When my boys get wedded, bro, listen, I don't care what's going through my head. I don't have any energy about what I'm going through. All I can think about is, bro, it's your good day. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have fun. We're going to uplift you. We're going to celebrate your bride. It's got nothing to do with you that day. Nothing. So I'm saying, for me personally, not that it was selfish in the sense of his emotional regulation. I just think to myself, you don't need to do that. But anyway, listen, welcome to the channel, guys. Okay, welcome to the channel. If you're new, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. Okay, and for those of you who are returnees, you know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets are there hot. Listen, let's have a look. Okay, we're gonna have a little look, okay, of this scene here. Okay.
Man, look, I told you ever since day one, I want to see you win.
You said that.
You're moments away. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little hard.
I need you to lie to me. Okay, I need you to lie to me. Lie to me. Lie to me. This is not the time for I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The I'm not gonna lie to you moment, bro. It's when we are chilling. When I invite you for a coffee, or when we go to somewhere. Okay, this is when I need the I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When you're about to go to the altar and tell your wife that you love her and you can't wait to. I don't want to know about your issues right before I'm about to get wedded. I don't need to know those things. We don't. We really don't. Okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey. Stop that. No, stop. Shh. There's no need. We don't need to know. They don't need to know. Okay? We don't need to know. Okay? Stop that. Okay? Stop that. Now, someone said the producers push for that. And you don't have to give in to what producers say to you. You do not have to. Now, I don't know why we're suddenly trying to say producers push this, producers push that. If we say this, we can say that, well, Michael was pushed to laugh at people. Michael was pushed to do this. Arena was pushed to do this. Come on. We're not using producers as an excuse. We don't use that here. We don't use that here. No. Take accountability for your actions. Producers can tell me, talk about your other and I say, I'm not going to do it. Brother's getting wedded right before his wedding. I'm not about to start saying that. So I don't know what you want to do, but I'm not about to start having a conversation about Jackie right in front when he's about to get married. So I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you want to do, Kwame or Michael, whoever you are, producer, but I'm not about to get into that space. Thank you. Right? Is that all right? All right. Thank you. Cool. You're not going to push me to do things I don't want to do. All right, you're not going to push me to do things that you want to do. Now, listen, Jackie done finished his ass off. I hear you. But right before someone's wedding, it's not the time. And you're not going to cry about it and come and tell me producers pushed him. I don't give a hoots. I don't give a hoots. It's too much emotion, too much that is not being contained and is not being stoic. It's not being stoic. You know? It's not being stoic. Whatever happened with Jackie, but it happened on your own time. Don't come and bring that bull crap to my wedding. Don't do it. You know? It's not the time. The brother just literally, the brother's literally about to go and do his, come on. He's literally about to go and say, I love you and I do to his wife. I don't want to have this in my mind. Let Brett enjoy his time, man.
You know, seeing what could have been. But I'm here for you. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for Tiffany.
Now, Brett's got to give you the good speech about, bro, don't you worry. Put the hand on the shoulder. Bro, don't worry. It's going to be good. I don't want to hear. Do you know why he has to say, bro, don't worry. It's going to be good? Okay? You know why he has to put his hand on your shoulder and tell you it's going to be good? Because I can't go deep into trying to help you and encourage you right now. You want me to be encouraging even on my day of rest? Oh, come on. Come on. You want me to now be encouraging at the time when I'm supposed to be getting encouraged? He should have left it at, bro, don't worry about me, bro. It's your good day. You understand? You are getting married today, bro. I'm here to back you. Let me give you some words of encouragement for once. Let me encourage you for once. Let me. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying to you? How are you feeling? Today's the day that you lie. You know what I mean? Today's the day that you say, you don't have to tell me the truth. Today's the day you tell me, bro, I'm good. You understand? My boy's getting married to the person who I knew that was going to happen to, bro, my heart's filled. Yeah? My heart's filled. That's it. That's it.
Whatever happens to you, man, listen, you're going to grow from it. What's meant to be will be. That wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Brother, I love you, man. I love you with deep down in the bottom of my heart.
Love you too, man.
Yeah.
I need him to keep listen, all those tears, I hope those tears are about Brett. I hope those tears are about Brett. I hope they're not about Jackie. Don't be coming crying on my day about some girl, blood. Look, when my brother got married, yeah, me and him cried, and you know how we cried? Not because of me. I cried because I felt the blessing, I felt the goodness, I felt the Lord, I just felt happy for him. So we stood at the altar together, and I put my arm around him, and bro, we were crying together before he got married. Together. Nothing that day, I didn't listen. That day, bro, I just focused on me and him, and focused on him and said, listen, whatever you're going through, bro, okay, all right, whatever we're going through, I don't care. So for me personally, no. I was like, yo, stand 10 toes down. This is my brother's day. You know what I mean? Like, whatever negative things are people can come to me and tell me whatever it is. If there's an issue, come tell me. Don't stress him out. He's already got a stressful period of time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's any questions, ask me or ask the best man. We can sort it out. Right? All we need him to do is turn up, be in a room, marry his bride. That's it. He don't need stories about, bro, me coming to tell, bro, bro, like you getting married before me. It makes me feel so sad that you getting married before me. I'm thinking about what could have been. I'm looking at some of my ex-girlfriends thinking, raw, how come my bro? No, it's not none of that, bro. It's none of that, bro. It's none of that. It's not your freaking day. It's not your freaking day. It's too much emotion on a day that's not your day. It's not your day that you have an emotion for someone else. Listen, just keep quiet. He's 26. The age doesn't make no difference. Know the room you're in. We ain't gonna give him a pass for his age. We ain't. Okay? We ain't. Okay? We ain't giving a pass for his age. I'm so sorry. This ain't the time. This ain't the place. Okay? This ain't the time. This ain't the place. If you have a different point of view, like I said, come up, share your point of view. If you have a different point of view, if you have a different point of view, that's it. If you have a different point of view, come and say it. There's too much chat in the chat. If you have a different point of view, put your camera on, come on and have your say. Let's debate. You know what I'm saying? If you have a different point of view, you know what I mean? If you have a different point of view, come and have your say and don't be in a chat. Come up on the camera. The link is there. Let's have a conversation. There's too much chitty-chatty chat in the chat. Come up. Let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying with you? Let's talk about it, All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm being critical, but it's not your day. It's not your day. It's not me being critical. It's just really not your day. We don't need to hear those things, and whether the LIB producers wanted it or not, you don't have to fall for it. You know what I'm saying? And Brett didn't ask about whether Jackie's whether you're okay with Jackie. He asked, "Are you okay?" Brett didn't ask, "Yo, brother, how you feeling about the Jackie situation?" He didn't. He asked, "How you doing?" He then went and said, inadvertently talking about the fact that I'm thinking about the day. No, bro, I'm good. Right now, I'm good. Brett didn't ask about Jackie. He didn't ask whether you're feeling some type of way about the girl. He asked simply, he asked simply, listen, how you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all. Don't be confused about the energy. I said I'm here to debate today. That's all. I'm here to debate today. That's all. We on a good mood, so I'm here to debate. That's what I said. I said there's too much chat in the chat. Come up. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's too much chat in the chat. Come up. All right, yeah. Come up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, come up. All right, come up on the screen. Okay, come and debate. Let's have a different point of view. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So come on, man. We want this today. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. We want all the smoke. We want all the heat. We want all the fires. Okay, all right. So let's play a little more.
Seriously, man. I'm glad you came.
Look, brother, I'm be in that audience rooting for you, my man. I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
I'll see you out there.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes, sir.
Now that was a beautiful part. See how that's where it should have been. That's what the focus should have been. It should have been, bro, it's your day. It's amazing. Tiffany's great. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany's great. You're great. Amazing, bro. I'm here to support you. Yeah. That's it. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how we should have left it. You know? That's how we should have left it. I'm just saying, finish strong. He did. He finished strong. And that's how we wanted it to be. That's how we wanted it to be. We wanted him to finish strong. Okay? We wanted him to finish strong. We wanted him to finish on that note. Listen, I just woke up. When I did my reviews at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I stayed up, watched Love is Blind, did my reviews, went to bed. I've just woken up. I have not even been outside, bro. You know? So, you know, it's that, you know. Everyone's saying it's deep, but the reality is, would you want somebody telling you about the fact that they're feeling some type of way about their ex-girlfriend that hurt them on your wedding day, right before you go to the altar? Would you? I wouldn't. Don't come and elicit my help of goodwill. You know. Moon said I should calm down. Moon said, are we reading a bit too much into it? I think we might need to relax a bit. Obviously, he a bit emotional about what have been. It's only natural, and you should understand that. Not on my wedding day, though. It's not about I can't understand what he's saying or what he's feeling. Context. It's not the time to do so. Not every conversation needs to happen at a particular time. Some conversations need to be reserved. That's my only issue. It's not that he's feeling some type of way. You can feel some type of way. He has every right to feel some type of way. Just not at my wedding day, when it's the beginning of my wedding day, when I'm about to go and marry my bride. Don't be putting them negative thoughts in my head, baby. Okay? You know? All right? So he asked because he knew his friend was hurting. No, he asked because that's what we do as human beings when we really care about people, but we don't really want to hear your answer right now. You're supposed to protect me too, right? Protect me too. Emotionally protect me by lying to me at that point in time, telling me, bro, I'm good. You understand? I'm good. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah? I'm good. Don't come and mess up the day. You're not going to top yourself. You're not going to kill yourself. You're not going to die if you can just hold your feelings for a few moments. You're not. You're not going to die if you have to hold your true sentiments and feelings for a day or two. You know what I mean? You can talk about this in about a day or two. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to me this next week, but just not right now. Like, yo, you feel me? Let me celebrate my day. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Don't do it. When I'm getting wedded, don't tell me. Don't tell me. If I'm getting wedded, do not come and tell me, oh my God, like, you know, I'm feeling like, you know, don't, because I'll just be like, are you dumb? Are you all right? Are you stupid? What do you see what's going on? I'm about to get married. Like, come on, man. Like, unless you dying, bro, unless you dying in front of me, I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it. Okay. You know, I don't want to hear it, you know? So yeah. And, you know, I don't really have the sympathy for that. You know, it's not my, it's not my thing, you know? So, someone said Brett brought already negative energy for the pants fitted and his exchange with his brother. Well, precisely why you don't need to add any more energy to it. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You really don't know what the guy's going through. Like you don't, that his stress that day was simply about the fact that the pants were too loose and he wasn't happy. Okay. And so he has every right. It's his wedding. He wants things to be perfect. He wants the trousers to be fitted. And I know how it feels when your trousers are not fitted. I was at my boy's wedding in South Africa. The suit didn't fit and the trousers didn't fit. I was so pissed, but it wasn't my day. Listen to what I'm going to say to you again. Listen very carefully. In South Africa last year, I had a suit. Okay, the trousers didn't fit. Okay, they were very loose. I mean very loose, and the suit jacket was a little bit too big, right? But let me tell you this now. On the day of the wedding, okay, I couldn't go to my boy and be like, brother, this is too much, you know. Yeah, brother, it's too much. I sucked it up. I put some hairpins in the trousers, okay, and some paper clippers. All right, got some of the girls to help me. All right, and did my trousers up. Okay, and sucked it up. Didn't complain to my boy. All I could say was good things about, bro, this is your day. We're in South Africa for you. I can't wait to see you get married. Brother, we've been waiting for this for so long. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? After, we can discuss it and have a laugh about it and a joke about it, bro. I don't need to talk about what negatives are happening, bro. I'm not concerned about it because it's the wedding day. That's all we care about. That's all I care about. It's my boy's wedding. So honestly, as a person, you know, you have to put the other person first. It's their wedding day. So I didn't want to complain. So if he now comes and tells me his trousers are out of shape, I'm gonna go, bro, what do we need to do? If my boy comes and tells me, bro, my trousers are loose, I'm gonna be like, bro, all right, let me get one of the seamstresses, let me get one of the girls. We're gonna come and just sew it up real quick for you and get it tied up. Don't, you know what I'm saying to you? It's your day. I want it to work for you. We know that Brett is, you know, particular about these things. So there's no, I get it. It's your day. You're a bit stressed. You know, that's what I'm saying. You can't add stress to me by adding about your girl that dumped you, which you chose as a project in the first place. No. Some of you don't have no sympathy for Micah, but you have sympathy for Marshall, who picked a project. I don't have sympathy for some people who picked a project. I don't. You get what you get. I'm sorry. I don't really have much sympathy for Marshall. You know, I honestly don't. I don't have that much. I don't have it. This is not somebody who got done dirty. He chose dirty. No, can we have that conversation? Let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation. Because you see me, I'll be smoking women when they make the wrong choice. I'm a smoke men too. If you choose a project, I got no sympathy for you. None. Take accountability. Don't cry on my shoulder. Take accountability. You are not in a situation because Jackie's just a mean, bad person. You chose badly. Honestly, you chose a project on purpose. You took it and said, I want to build a project. No. No. You chose this person on purpose. I gave Jeffrey smoke yesterday about her choosing the baby daddies that she tried to gift babies to. We are not going to let him, okay, get away with the fact that he chose a project and then be like, we're so sorry, Marshall, because Jackie did you dirty. Now, Jackie did you dirty, but you chose Jackie. And you wanted Jackie because she was a project. You wanted to save that woman. You got a savior complex. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, so I cannot get it. I cannot save him out of the box when you damn right know you chose this woman on purpose. You were seeing red flags left, right, and center, and instead of actually just listening to the red flags, you decided you want to go forward. I don't have sympathy. I don't. Now the season's down. Well, I don't have sympathy, bro. I don't have that much sympathy, bro. Okay? I've been there, and I'm telling you, I've been there, so I know exactly what I'm talking about when I've been there, so I don't have the sympathy because I know exactly why you do it. It's an ego thing. It's a self-esteem thing. You got to hold that. I told you got to hold that. You know? You got to hold that. So for me personally, you know, if you come out, look, you know, I told you my story. I said the time when God told me, leave that girl alone. I said, God, don't worry, I got it. I'll handle it. Don't worry, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. I went to handle it and I got done dirty. Can I now go back to God and be, God, it's your fault? Can I now go back to God and be like, God, it's your fault when he told me not to go there? Come on now. You've got to take some accountability. You've got to take some accountability. Yes, she treated you bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, and she did do you dirty. So we'll hopefully he comes on a reunion and he doesn't come with some bullshit story talking about how, you know, women don't know how to be loved. You know, people don't know how to accept love. I don't want to hear that bull crap. If that's what he comes out with, he gonna get a review. Okay, he gonna get a review. I'm telling you, if he comes out telling me that, you know, oh, women don't know how to be loved, or I just want to tell, I'm going to tell you straight. I'm going to tell you straight. Lifebot asked when I got revelation. No, the whole point was I never blamed her. I couldn't blame her all the way. I can only say what she did was dirty, but I have to take account for my life. That's not from 26. That's every relationship I've been in. Now I've got better in terms of my accountability and understanding, but anytime a relationship breaks down, I ask myself the question, where did it go wrong? Do you understand? So it's not even me at being at 26. It's the fact that I'm saying I did that stupidity at 26, and I have to take account for the fact that I did that because I was toxic. You see me? So that's what we're saying. So if he comes out on this reunion telling us about, women don't know how to be loved, and not come out and take accountability, he gonna have a problem. I told you about my last relationship. I said, I have to take accountability. Even though I felt like she was doing me dirty, I have to take accountability because when I saw the red flags, I ignored it. I ignored it. So, people need to take accountability for, when they go wrong, you gotta stay clear. Okay. All right. So, just jabs. I can't see your thingy. Your thingy's not connected. Just jabs. I know you're behind the scenes, but I can't see your cam. You're not connected. You're not connected. You need to connect. Not connected. Connect. So you gotta take accountability. Yeah, I know that everyone's not on maturity level, but it's not necessarily about maturity level. If I say the same thing about women, I have to hold them to the same account. I have to. Whether he's 21, whether he's 26, whether he's 30. I did the same thing with Diana, right? I did the same thing with Diana. I said the same thing. You know what I mean? So if I said the same thing about Diana and said that she needs to also reflect and look at the situation as to how she got there, I can't now give him a pass. And Diana was 19. I can't give him a pass. Nobody gets a pass. I don't get a pass. He don't get a pass. So if he comes out onto the reunion and says what he says, every day we'll be hearing women choose badly. Yes, they do. And we heard that men choose badly too. So, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing too from Bliss, and I don't want to hear nothing from Zach too. If Bliss and Zach, they Bliss. Anyway, we'll talk about Bliss and Zach in a minute too. Do you know what I mean? But let's just quickly break this thingy down, right? Because the part that killed me, bro. Yo, the video ain't dropped yet, so I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. My video is going to drop a little bit later, but this part here had me finished.
Welcome to the wedding of Bliss and Zach. Hopefully this young man can keep up with you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he can, but hopefully he can.
We'll see.
Yo, the beef between the mom and the dad, these people were having a little tiff right there and then, Between Bliss and the mom and dad, the parents were having a tiff right there. You get me, right? The dad was like, "Yo, I'm trying to tell you, blood. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, he can't keep up with you. He cannot keep up with you. I was like, this isn't the time. Again, this ain't the mother freaking time. Why are we doing this right before the wedding? You said your opinion. Shut your stinking mouth. You have said your opinion before the wedding. You said it already. This ain't the time. Whether I actually agree with what he's saying, I'm just saying this ain't the time. Okay? Right? This ain't the time. Shut it. Only have encouragement. But you're here telling me you can, I don't think he can keep up with you right now, You're still trying to bang on man even now. You're still trying to bang on man right now. Even as I'm about to go to wedding. Even as I'm about to go and marry somebody, you're still trying to bang on me right now. Like right now? Right now? Come on, cuz. Listen, I'm telling you, When he said that, I almost fell out. I said, this is why he got divorced from his wife. Because how can you, at the point when you know you're presenting her with the mum, say I do, when your mum is saying we do? It told me how selfish she really is. It told me how selfish the dad really is. He don't know time nor season. He don't know time nor season. And he's the reason why she is the way she is. You know, you said your piece in the other room. You said your piece a couple of days ago when you spoke to Zach and you spoke to Bliss. You didn't agree. Fantastic. No problem. Shut it. Shut it. Why are we still talking now at this point? At this point, just walk me down the aisle, bro.
He can. So far, he's shown that he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Look at me. Okay, I'm with you. I love you. I know you're.
Okay. It's not the point at this point in time. Lifeboy said, is it not the dad's role? It is the dad's job, but not at this point. Again, people need to understand timing. Right before someone says, listen, say your piece and let it go. All right? Say your piece and let it go. You said your piece already. And you keep talking right up to the point that you leave her at the altar. It's okay. Right? That kind of energy tells me the obnoxiousness and the pride that you have. You said it already. They said they're going to continue marrying. Okay. Either you get behind or you don't. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Either you get behind or you don't. Which one is it? Right? So for me personally, I was just like, yo, he's still going on even to this point now. To the point, and you can see the mum is trying to almost counteract what he's saying. You know, trying to say, I support you, I got you. I'm holding it down for you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're moving way wild. Way wild.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Everything's.
I got a tear in my eye. Hold on, no, I don't.
Nah, I don't want to spoil my review. My review breaks it all the way down. But you know, when he started saying, obviously, I don't want to cry, and the mum was like, this nigga ain't cried in years, please. This boy didn't even cry at the birth of you, please. Like the mum was giving him that dirty look, like, please. He was trying to updo the mum. Like after she said, the mum had said, yeah. After the mum had said, listen, I feel like I'm gonna cry, he had to do one extra. Why? Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, man. You're moving mad. You know what I mean? You're moving mad. And yeah, for me, this ain't it. For me, this really isn't it at all. I wasn't feeling it at all, you know? Hey, sis. Let me get you on. Hey, sis.
Hey.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Listen, talk to me. Who do you want to talk about? Let me know.
Okay, so at first I was gonna not come on, but you was asking for the smoke way too much. So you kept talking about Marshall, and I just been being a little too hard on my boy. Like, okay, he is somebody who's an overshare. There are like so many people who are like Marshall, are overexpressive, and I feel like he was trying his best, and he caught himself in that moment, and he redirected and was like, okay, this is all about you. I mean, I feel like he's able to make that little bit of a mistake. You know, we're just oversensitive, and I feel like you're being a little hard on him.
Okay, you know, no, I can take that into account. I mean, would you want your friend telling you about their situation just before you get wedded?
But with the friendship and the relationship that Marshall and Brett has, I feel like it wasn't as big of a deal as you're making it, because I feel like Brett understands in that moment, and he didn't take it personal. And it was literally a snip. Like, yo, you going so hard on him.
Would you want somebody to tell you about the thing, even if it's just a little snip second before your wedding day when you're looking beautiful in your gown?
Yes, I mean, when would I be like so upset over something so small?
But would you want that on your wedding day? There's no point defending it if you wouldn't want it on your wedding day. Would you want your friend coming to tell you that stuff?
What I'm trying to tell you, you're making it sound like he was spilling his guts like for 30 minutes. Like, if my friend did that, I would not be offended. I would not feel any type of way. That is a human emotion. And he reeled himself back in. He could have kept going, but he reeled himself back in. Sometimes we got to check ourselves, and he's working on his self-awareness. And that's what I saw. I saw progress. I saw him working on it. So you're more of a pessimist point of view.
I do, which is great. But you said yourself you wouldn't want it. I said
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, okay. You said it wouldn't be a big deal then. So for you, it wouldn't be a big deal.
No. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, Brett is an empath. We understand nature. We understand, you know, like.
I'm an empath too, but that's not it.
You a different type of empath.
I'm an empath, but an empath has to have boundaries.
You're right. You do. You're absolutely right. But in that moment, what I'm saying is he caught himself. Give him grace. That's all I'm saying. You're a little hard on him. I'm gonna say, listen, if it's me and you say that to me, I'm not gonna flout on you. I'm not trying to get myself any more annoyed, but I'm gonna keep that conversation short because I need to get out of here. I don't want to hear no news about something that's gonna drag me into a place where I need to give you some consolation. This is my good day. It's my good day. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm not gonna fly off the handle and say anything, blah blah blah. But my point of the matter is, it just shouldn't be a part of the conversation. You know what I mean? Just shouldn't be. I've got to go and get wedded. All I need to hear from you is good words, encouragement. Let me go and marry my wife and come back. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I agree. But people But people make mistakes.
Yeah, no. But he made a mistake because he's overly emotional. Like you said, he's an oversharer.
Well, give him a chance to work on himself.
Nah, man.
I think, you know, the great thing about these shows is the people that come on, they get to go back and they get to see themselves from the outside. And a lot of us lack self-awareness. And all I'm saying is, I feel like he is growing. And I feel like we should focus on his growth and not be so hard. Of course, we don't want that. We don't want people telling us their hard lies while we're trying to be happy, you know. But like I said, he stopped himself from oversharing. Just give my boy some credit.
That's what I'm gonna say. You know. No, I mean, listen, I do get it. I do understand that he's suffering a little bit, you know. I do. And I do understand that he's growing, you know what I mean? I do understand he's growing. That's understandable. Again, for me, it's just context, you know. No one asked you for it. You decide to bring it up. So he needs to learn how to not bring stuff like that up. Okay, he's 26. He's grown. Some of us people saying he's 26 and he's young. If I start moving mad in my relationships at 26, you ain't gonna say he's 26. You're gonna say I hurt you. You ain't gonna say he's 26. Like, we making excuses for his behavior. I'm saying to you, like, he's not, 26 doesn't mean nothing to me, because when the other person's on the other end of whatever behavior you've got, you ain't gonna ask what age they were. You're gonna say that's what hurt me at the time. And why did you do what you did? Now, of course, it's not, he didn't kill Brett, and Brett's not going to die. We're not talking about that necessarily. What I'm saying is what it showcased to me, though, is somebody who doesn't know how to regulate themselves very well, and also as well doesn't know time and season, which means you don't know time and season in a relationship too. And we saw that because when you were talking to Jacquelina at nighttime, midnight, the girl said, let's talk about this tomorrow. He couldn't let it go. You know what I mean? He still couldn't let it go. So this behavior is consistent. It's not a one-off. It's consistent with his behavior, right? So that's the part of those behaviors that continue to lead you into different places. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that, you know, he's the worst person ever. Not at all. But that behavior is consistent, and that's problematic. He's the exact same for Jacquelina. Whether you like Jacquelina or not makes no difference, but he's the exact same thing. Okay? All right? So that's why I'm saying that it's a problem, because he did it with Jacquelina when he was standing there. Tell me what I got to do right. Can we talk about this tomorrow? But I just need to know now because I'm going to sleep on it. What can we do? What? Same energy, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So, but I mean, so you're saying don't take into account his age whatsoever. Because a 25, 26 is not old. You don't have life experience for that.
We're not taking anyone's age into account, because what we're saying, we're correcting the behavior. So I'm not taking anybody's age into account because we're correcting the behavior. Same if somebody saw me and I'm doing something, they're correcting me. It's not my age that's important. It's my behavior.
What I'm saying is I feel he corrected himself in the moment.
Yeah, he may have done. He should have never started.
Oh. Okay, you good. You ain't gonna let it go.
He should have never started. You know what I mean? Should have never started.
I feel you. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You're correct. He's got some stuff to work on, like everyone. I just, I don't think it was that.
I just don't think he should be through the smoke. I just think to myself, we always talk about the other party, and myself and Sean have been talking about this for the last few months. It's easy to spot someone else who's an overt problem. Easy. So easy. It's easy to call out Jacquelina. So easy. Because her stuff is really open. It's easy to talk about her toxicity. It's easy to talk about her almost abusive behavior. It's easy to talk about her lies and her going with another man. It's easy, right? And it's easy to put out. But there is another person in that situation who is not absent from it, who is now, we're saying, because he's 26, well, are we going to say the same for Jacquelina, how she treated him? That, baby girl's just learning the ropes. She didn't really realize because she's still growing. Baby girl's still young. We got to give her some grace because, obviously, she just learning. She's 25, 26, and, the girl don't know better. We ain't going to give her that excuse. I can't give him an excuse. So it's not necessarily that even he's a bad person. I'm not even calling Jacqueline a bad person, but we're calling out behavior. So I don't want to give him he's 26, he's still growing and learning. I want to say, well, he needs to learn.
Look, I agree with you that he has some problematic behaviors, but in this instance that you are speaking on is not like the other instances, as far as him, not knowing when to give Jacquelina her time, which sometimes he did know how to do that, and then she would just, twist. And there was a lot of things that he did very problematic, and but in this instance, it wasn't that.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
But the whole pancake thing, it was too much. He doesn't know how to regulate it. He's just kind of like extreme on both ends. Jacquelina's extremely insensitive and he's extremely sensitive, and it has to be this big thing, shaking the little sugar on the pancakes. Wow, grand gestures. But this instance, let it go. I think Brett let it go. I think we got to find something else, I think.
Yeah, no, listen, it's not necessarily just about the moment. Like I said, I'm tying his behaviors all to everything that's happened throughout the season. That's what I'm doing. It's like, this is the final straw. It's like, even now, but still doing emotional stuff, like, and you don't even know regulate yourself in a room. So I'm taking into account all the extra stuff.
Well,
You know,
you already. It was only a couple months.
No, I don't want him to be over it. I want him to know that there's a time and a season. If you don't know the time and season at someone's wedding, you don't know the time and season in your relationships. You don't know the time and season when you're dealing with people. And so I'm saying I'm taking into account all his behaviors as to why at that moment I looked at it and gone, that's annoying.
Okay.
So it's not that I'm looking at it as an isolated incident. Okay. The reason why I was looking at it is because when I take into account all the behaviors I've seen of him throughout the course of this Love is Blind, then I'm looking at that situation with even more depth to the situation. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably why I'm looking at it. So it's like, then I look at it and go, everything combined. It's like, oh, so everything now culminating to this point. It's like, baby, you know, it's like now, even at this point, you know, I get it. The wedding might have, you know, caused you to feel some type of way, but bro, keep it together, keep stoic. And this is something that as men, I'm telling you, like, I'm saying this as men. Listen, see, people might be saying I'm going hard on Marshall. If I ask the guys, would you have said anything about your ex situation? They'll tell you no, they wouldn't have said nothing. So you agree what I'm saying? It's the fact that I'm saying it in the way I'm saying it. I understand that people don't like it. If as a man, especially as a man specifically, I'm talking about men specifically, we can't afford sometimes to lose our control, right? We have to be stoic in certain situations. And if he's doing it here, he's doing it elsewhere, and we saw it. And so I'm saying to you, the reason why he picks projects is because he can't control his emotions, right? So when you can't control your emotions, you let that dictate your actions. As a man, you can't do that. You can't allow yourself to do that because you're called to lead it. And I'm saying this, and when I talk about these situations, I also insert myself. Every time I do these videos, I talk about me. I say, guys, me too. I've done this or I've done that, guys. Or me too, I failed at this. So it's not me just being like, I'm high and mighty and saying it. It's like, yo, no, I know. I know where it takes you to. You know what I mean? So now I would have never brought up anything like that to my boy. That's just a standard me. But, you know, I don't know. Look, even that, he ended up going to date another castmate, Kasia or Keisha. It didn't work out because he was too reminded of the show. Well, why are you going to these situations? Again, it's like you let your emotions run you into situations. Like he ended up dating another girl and you couldn't handle dating a girl because it reminded you of the show. Why did you go into the relationship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. You know?
Yeah. I agree. Being too emotional is something that we could all, sensitive people could work on. It's not beneficial to our relationships. See, I'm saying I'm driven to balance out the, critical side, the logical side of myself. But time though. You got to consider his age and the time because you also had to learn. But you're absolutely right. Being too emotional is not. I think that's being too emotional is not beneficial to his relationships, and that's probably why he continues to have the situations that he has. Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Well, thanks for letting me come on, Kaja. I love you so much.
No worries. Love you too, man, Rach. We appreciate you. You know, good tussle. You know, I like that. You know what I mean?
Good, man. You're too good.
I appreciate it, babe.
All right.
Appreciate it, babe. Thanks, Rach. So, guys, you know, anybody else want to have their say? You know, anybody else want to have their say? All right. Let me know. You know, what do you want to have your say on? You know, we want to contest today. You know what I mean? We'll have a little woo. You know, just saying. You know, so look, you know, I think also as well, I think from my perspective, you know, I see myself in Marshall. You know, I see myself in Marshall. So you know, I don't give age as an excuse at this point, right? Because, and it's not even about age being an excuse. It's not even about being an excuse at all. It's about just calling out the behavior. So whether you're 18 or 20, look, when I told you my story about me fighting the girl, you guys called me out. And I didn't say it because, oh, I can't. I said I was wrong. Simple as. No matter what age I was wrong. Now, I did it a long time ago, but still, I was wrong. You know? When I told my story, you guys called me out and said I should have never done that to the girl. And I said, you're right. I was wrong. And I kept on reiterating, I was wrong. I didn't start using my age as an excuse and say, well, guys, give me a pass on my age. No, I didn't. I said, I have to be wrong. It's as simple as. It was wrong in my behavior. So I'm just saying, you know, we're not trying to give excuses necessarily for him. I'm just trying to explain the behavior. You know what I mean? Andre asked if I fought a girl. Nah, I threw some food at a girl. You know what I mean? I threw some food at a girl. I threw food in her face. And yeah, wasn't a good thing. You know what I mean? So yeah. But listen, the reunion is gonna be on tonight, isn't it? So the reunion is gonna be on tonight, and I cannot wait for the reunion. What time is it over there, guys? What time is the reunion? What time does it start? 8 p.m. Is it 8 p.m. EST or CST? What time? You know, I'm looking for the we're looking for the situation. I'm waiting for the reunion Ready to Love, bruv. I think hopefully Queen E does a live review, then I can watch it live, innit? So in 15, okay, so we haven't got long. I'm sure Queen E will be doing her review. So I would advise you guys to go to Queen E. If you don't follow her already, follow her. Queen E. She normally does live stream of Ready to Love. So hopefully she's done one. I'm sure she has. I hope she does a live review of it, because that's how I'll be watching on time. But sometimes I can't be watching it because I don't get the live show. So otherwise I'll be watching an hour later. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you have to join her Discord. Okay. Oh, okay. We have to join her Discord now. She doesn't do it live as well. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Yes, darling.
Hey, how are you?
What's good? I'm good, baby. You right, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I only have one point, and this is probably an unpopular opinion, but after I've been thinking about it some more with Zach and Bliss, I'm starting to think, I think Bliss was his first choice and he settled with Irina. And I think the reason why why Bliss was his first choice, they're having a conversation in the pods, and then he's explaining to her about his thought process with Irina, which was stupid. I don't know why this season, for whatever reason, these people are talking way too much about what they're doing with other people. I don't get that. In any case, he's telling her, Bliss effed it up by telling him what he should and shouldn't do, which I know men do not like. And I agree with you on that point that she should not have done it. She should have kept that opinion to herself and waited to see what he would do. Now, he didn't like that. And so I think that, coupled with what she was talking about as far as her family is concerned, I think that threw him off. And so then it scared him. And so then he settled on Irina. But I don't believe that Irina was his first choice. I think he always wanted to be with Bliss. And because of his own family issues, he went off with Irina, and then he basically had a whole therapy session through his time with Irina before he realized, I made a major mistake. This is stupid. Let me try and course correct. That's what I think happened.
You know what? It's so interesting. I personally don't think they're gonna last. I think the triggers and traumas are gonna catch up with them. You know, even if he did choose her first, I think the triggers and the trauma will catch up with them. But what's interesting is, like you said, obviously pointing out, he definitely said on this episode that, you know what, Irina was kind of, in a sense, kind of condescending a little bit, right? Towards him, and that's what kind of triggered him, right? Here's the reality: she gonna do that some more. She ain't gonna stop doing that. because, like I said, she has part of that condescending energy from her dad.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, because I think that's obviously that behavior hasn't been checked in her dad. She sees that. It's I don't know if any of the other people in the family are like that, but it's clear that behavior has not been checked in her. And to be honest with you, Zach might be the person to help smooth that out in her, because I don't see him letting that slide for too much longer.
Agree.
I really don't. And that'll be good for her, because I think he can do that in a loving way, because he did it with Irina too. He called her on some stuff without being an a-hole about it. So, and I think she'll take that. She'll probably receive that better than Irina would, because Irina basically blew that off like a joke. And she wasn't able to take in any of that information. But I think Bliss is a lot more emotionally mature in that sense. So I think at the very least, before it's all said and done, she'll be a better person, because he's going to be a mirror to her.
You know, what's interesting is I think with them, you know, I definitely think he will not let it slide or let it go, because, like you said, he dealt with Irina quite well. There is, for me, I think Irina was a bad choice, of course, and I think Bliss is probably a better choice. But I honestly feel like the dark side of Bliss is going to come out when she's challenged. The dark side's going to come out. I think the dark side's going to come out because, she is no different to her dad in terms of, and when I say that no different, well, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to correct it. That side of her, that side of her where the dad aspect is, that's what was warring with him in the house, right?
Yeah.
Now, when Zach begins to challenge that, I think this is where it's going. You're going to see a darker Bliss. You're going to see a more stubborn Bliss. You're going to see a Bliss who's going to want to counteract that. It's going to fight that. Now, at first, it's always beautiful because when the dopamine and the oxytocin has worn off, you know, and the cortisol has worn off too, you know, you're gonna get the real person. And that person that likes that aspect of her where she may feel offended will come to the front. That aspect of where the dad keeps on telling you you're superior. This is what I would say to you. Listen, I would never marry anyone who their dad kept on telling them that they're superior, or their mum, because eventually that thing, it seeps in. It seeps in. It just takes a right situation and scenario for the doors to open. And one day you're going to hear it. And when he does hear it, it's going to link back to the very first day when he said, well, she's kind of condescending.
I hear what you're saying. It's not a pushback. I do think that
you can push back. It's no problem.
There's a scenario where I could see myself dating somebody like that. And it's really if they had done work like what Marshall had done, because you can tell Marshall's had some therapy. Just how he talks to people, you can tell he's been therapized. So I think if I met a person who was on that journey where they recognized that in themselves and they were actively working with a therapist and doing the work themselves to address that issue, I could see myself marrying that person, because at the end of the day, everybody's got issues. It's what you can put up with. You know, what really sucks is that I actually do think that this particular couple could work out really well. I feel like Zach really rushed this whole thing, and I wish that they had said, I wish that Bliss had said no to the proposal and yes to just dating, because he needs time to get over his issues with his mom, because I still think they're going to run roughshod over that whole relationship. And I do think that her arrogance and her unwillingness to let go of what happened with Irina, I think that's what's going to do them in. Because she's a grudge holder. That much is clear. You can tell that from her vows. Like, really, girl? We still talking about this? If you still feel that way, you should never have married him. And I think he's got a vicious side too. I think that's why he has Irina. Yeah. And I think Bliss is going to pull that out of him, and they're going to turn on each other real bad, and it's not going to be pretty.
And that's going to be the negative loop that's going to happen between the two of them, because when you look at and here's the thing, the reason why I said that eventually is going to sink in is because Bliss still has a good relationship with her dad. Whether it's, when I say good enough, I mean they have a talking relationship up until the point you're on your wedding day and he's still trying to talk to you in your head about how, you know, you're better than him, you're this, you're that. That is going to continue. So long as she keeps giving him an ear, he gonna keep speaking, right? And if somebody can keep speaking in that way, in that format to you, it will eventually will crack the defenses. When someone keeps talking that way and you don't correct them and tell them on the spot, if you're gonna talk like that, I'm canceling you. Stop. But we have seen that, of course, at the table. She fought back. Yes, we saw that. But now he has the audacity to say at the wedding day. What would make him think that he won't say it when they're married? What would make him think when she comes around for dinner, he ain't gonna say it? What would make him think that when he's on the phone, he ain't saying it? And also, it now means as well, she also can't go to her dad and tell her information because she knows what he's gonna do, which means you're kind of left alienated too as well. So this don't feel good. You know, don't look good right now because it's it's difficult. Looking at the scenario with somebody who keeps talking into your ear like a snake did to the garden, Adam and Eve, just whispering these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The mom was trying to fight it. That's why the mom was fighting him at the time.
Oh, yeah. But you know what's going to really suck is I don't know if the mom is all the way sold. I think she wants to be.
I hear that.
But I don't know if she's all the way sold on him either. I think she wants what's best for her daughter. And as long as her daughter's happy, she's happy. But if her daughter is unhappy, then is she going to be the person to help guide Bliss and say, okay, I want this marriage to work out for you, and here's what you need to do. I don't know if her mother's going to do that. So yeah, I think you may be right in that sense.
Mom wants granddays. The mom wants grandbabies. The mom wants grandbabies. That's what she wants, darling. She's not thinking about her daughter.
Yeah, this is a really interesting couple because they could really go either way. And honestly, I think the difference maker will be Zach. I think if he does the work on himself and he continues to date Bliss and continue to build trust with them, I really do think that they stand a chance. I hope they do because I actually do think that they have the qualities that it would take to work. I think they're compatible.
Yeah, look, I mean, personally, they fall into my category of when you choose them second, this ain't gonna work. they want that category.
He wanted her. He look, it wasn't him picking Irina, it was him running away from her.
And if he was too scared to run away from her, to go towards her, why do you think he's gonna be strong enough now?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that they should have married. I think he really rushed that. And I don't know if the producers got in his ear and promised him something or maybe extra money or whatever. Because the fact that the producers were on board with this and still let them be part of the whole wedding ceremony and everything is wild.
Yeah. I think because they genuinely have a good relationship. That one I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah.
There's actually a genuine connection. I genuinely do believe they have a genuine connection. I think that's why they allowed them to go it, right? I think that's why. But the reality also is that unless they get significant help, this is going to go badly.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, well, Zach knows that. You know what? Zach, out of all of them, might have the most amount of self-awareness because he saw Irina's viciousness. He saw that Bliss was condescending. He saw that it was not a good idea for him to turn around and try to date Bliss. Yeah. This is before he basically became selfish, but he clocked all of that. So I think if he can just act on that self-awareness, he could probably lead them into a direction where there will be some emotional growth, but that will really hinge on him. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that. I don't know.
No, I definitely hear that as well. I definitely hear that as well. So I think like I said, I do believe he is a good guy. Sorry, I should say I do believe he can be a good catch. I do believe that he could do wonders. I just don't think it can be in this scenario. If I'm honest with you, I just don't think it can be in this particular instance because again, I'm going back to it. If you wanted her, you should have chose her first, and then you chose a second one. And it's not that you just chose her. It's not like you just chose Bliss second, and it was like, I made a mistake. Let me go back during the pods. No. He chose Irina, went on a honeymoon, and was trying to make it work, and then he went back to Bliss.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you tried it and then it didn't work, and you circled back. Now let me be real with you, right? It's almost like dating. It's almost like meeting two girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
You start talking to both girls, right? Mm-hmm. You choose one of them, and when you realize, I made a mistake, that's the wrong girl, you go for the other girl. Now, in a ideal world, you'd want to be able to say, look, the other girl was better, and that's why you went for her. But the problem is, you've already tasted and seen, a sweet as love like this. You know what I mean? So, so you've already gone there. Not like you might not even slept with her, but you've already gone there. And then to U-turn onto the friend, it's kind of like, that person's gonna have to think, rah, he didn't choose me first. Why didn't he see the qualities in me enough to see that? You've actually dated that person and found that they rejected your own. You're only here because you got rejected. You're not here because you discovered it. You know what I mean?
I have no defense against that. I have no defense. You're right. God dang it, Zach. Because
no, I like them.
I can't.
I do like them. I won't lie to you. I do like them. I like them. And part of me it's much more different from Ayana and Jarrett, almost in the sense that, I could see just how much Jarrett was on Mallory. Like, he was sold. He was never really sold on Ayana. Mm. Whereas I can see more Zach is a bit more sold on Bliss. I can see that he's much more sold on Bliss than Jarrett was on Ayana. But the problem is, he actually went further with Irina. You know what I mean? He didn't get rejected in a pod. If he got rejected in a pod, maybe. But he went further with Irina and only came back because he got rejected. He didn't come back because he was like, hold on, Epiphany, what the frick am I doing here? Like, then maybe would have been like, oh no, this guy really loves Bliss. He got to the thingy and said, no. Nah, he was trying. And then she rejected him, and sent him packing, So this for me, this relationship has an expiry date, but there's always exceptions to the rule, but for me, this has an expiry date.
Yeah, I think it's a combination, one, of production, the way they have it set up with people living together so you can hear about each other's dates. It allows for the maximum amount of drama, which is great for a TV show. Horrible for these couples, though, because it inspires competition and jealousy, which you don't need in a relationship. Because let's be real here. Most people are somebody's second choice. You just don't know about it. Like, unless you married your high school sweetheart, there was somebody who got away. It didn't work out for whatever reason, and now you're moving on to somebody else. But the difference is that you had time to get over that person and heal and have introspection and then move on to the next person. These people are not doing that. And I'm talking specifically about Kwame and Zach. It, like, the turnaround was so fast. It's like you didn't give yourself a chance to even process what just happened. You just went over to the next person like it's an option for you. And it's really not. It's not fair to the other person. And it's not fair to you either, because you're not even able to be your best self because you still have ties to the person that you originally wanted. So.
No, you're right. You're right on that. You're actually right on that. So it's I think the realness of the situation is, you're absolutely right. Look, no one knows if they're 100% second choice, right? But if you've been talking to somebody, right, you kind of know the energy they've been giving you, right? So of course you might not know 100%, but you kind of know the energy they're giving you. If they've been giving you good energy, you know what I mean, right? Because there's no stopping in in the process and the journey and etc etc. But and even in those scenarios, right? Even in those scenarios, the danger with those particular things is also as well, if you're a person that got rejected here and then went, is also not necessarily the time limit. It's a time scale. If you're talking to two people at the same time and you get rejected from one and go to the other, there's more than likely going to be some blowback from you energy wise. You're going to have a different level of energy for the second person. The person who's on the receiving end will see how the energy shifts and changes, right? And they will have to do their best. But again, the biggest thing is that you can't necessarily see it. The seeing part is a hard part.
Yeah,
it's the hardest part because you can't get that image out your head. Bliss is going to have to get that image out of her head that you cooked cupcakes and he rejected you and went for Irina, who you also encountered. So it's not even like you also knew the woman too.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? You even knew the woman, so you know about her and her energy, and you're thinking that's why she compared herself. So like, eventually, will this catch up with you, Bliss? Will you later on catch up with that? You know, would that be a problem for you? Kwame with Chelsea, the exact same thing. She heard how how Michael was talking about Kwame and heard how Michael was basically cussing Chelsea, basically in the sense of saying, you know, he don't really want you, wants me. So, you know, yeah.
Yo, would it be worse? Would it be worse if the person that who was the first choice was an Irina or a Micah or somebody like a Tiffany or a Bliss? Because I don't know what would cut more is if like you picked the other girl over me and she was wonderful, or she was like if she was an a-hole like those two girls. Which one is worse for the second choice girl?
I think it's worse if the person's better, isn't it? If you're an a-hole, I think you can understand. I don't know.
See?
I don't know. I don't think it makes it better. I don't know.
Because at least Bliss can walk away thinking, okay, well, I mean, at least I'm superior in character and personality. Like, people actually enjoy me. But if the girl was a wonderful person like a Tiffany, and then the man chose her over you, I mean, damn, like what can you say to that? You just got to take that L, and it's yeah, that might be worse actually.
When you go to that L, that's a serious L, you know. Yeah. Painful one too.
Yeah.
That's a painful one too. Oh no. Well, listen, we got to get off because Ready to Love has started, so we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce. But listen, Dallas, thank you. I'll be back on later on to talk about Ready to Love Reunion when I finally get to watch it. It'll come up on YouTube. So, but audience, thank you so much for coming through. I know the little tussle. I saw you guys tussle on the chat. Darla, thank you as well. Rachel, thank you for coming up as well. I'll be back in about maybe an hour or two once the show is up, finished and done. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Much love. Time.